That's Oprah.
That's Oprah.
Yeah.
Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And then Gayle.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
7 months ago, we made sure, I already knew, that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested.
How about #We all knew?
Say what now? Not 50 Cent putting his life on the line to protect Taraji P Henson after Oprah Winfrey reportedly tried to end her. Word on the street is Taraji ran to 50 for protection after she rejected Oprah's offer to join her occultist lesbian group. It turns out that was the real reason Oprah played in Taraji's face for the color purple, by severely underpaying her. She had Taraji looking a hot mess and crying in every interview. Just like Taraji, 50 also used to be really cool with Oprah until he found out she wasn't the saint she was making herself out to be. Apparently, Oprah tried to get him blackballed just like she did to Taraji. 50 was one of the only people in the industry to stood up for Monique against Oprah when she was calling Oprah and Tyler Perry out for blackballing her, and he isn't holding back from doing the same for Taraji. The beef between Taraji and Oprah started last back in 2023 when they were on the press run for The Color Purple. Everyone thought Taraji was going to show up to the press run and talk about the movie, but sis had different plans. She put Oprah on blast for severely underpaying her for her role in the movie, and even claimed that she hadn't seen a raise in her salary since Proud Mary. Mind you, Proud Mary came out in 2017. She said she almost turned down the offer to be in the movie because Oprah didn't want to increase her pay even after she tried negotiating with her.
Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can, and we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. It's always half full.
Taraji later appeared in another interview with Oprah's BFF and alleged lesbian lover, Gayle King, and revealed that she considered quitting acting after her awful experience with Oprah. But guess what? While Taraji was having a mental breakdown on the show, Gayle was trying to gaslight her because, as I said before, she's besties with Oprah. She wasn't going to just sit quietly as Taraji exposed Oprah on her show.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. Hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, enough is enough.
While Taraji was doing all this, 50 Cent stepped into the chat to defend her by reposting a screenshot of an article to his IG, announcing that he was ready to work with her. He said in the caption, "They dropped the ball. FM Taraji, I'm ready to work. Let's get it." This was an obvious shade to Oprah. He was basically like, hey Taraji, since Oprah wants to play in your face, come over here. I have work for you and will actually pay you what you deserve. 50 is a petty man, so this was very on brand for him, especially since prior to this, he had also had issues with Oprah. In fact, this wasn't his first time putting her on blast publicly. You see, back when 50 was blowing up in the industry, he wanted to clean up his image from a gangster to a commercial rapper. So he did an interview with Oprah in which he basically talked about his childhood and his infamous incident. He even brought his grandma to the interview and took Oprah to his childhood home.
It's my grandmother's home. I came out like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, May 24th. She was bent over, actually planting flowers in the garden, and I walked over here to sit in the actual vehicle that my friend was waiting for me in, and the car pulled up. On the side of us, a guy got out the passenger seat of that car, came around behind it, and through the actual car.
What does it feel like to be shit? Is it a physical feeling?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much as people imagine it hurts because of your adrenaline and how the shock of what's actually going on. It hurts after.
Did you feel the first one or the ninth one?
I don't even know. I didn't know my legs were broke.
Really?
When I tried to get out the car at the hospital, both of my legs were broke. Like I broke in 3 places on this side and then.
Where were you?
In my hands, my legs several times, like 5 times in my hands, and then in my legs, and then in my face. Yeah, so when going through that experience, when you get hurt that bad, either your fear consumes you or you become a bit insensitive. So just after...
Which one was it for you?
There was a point that I was afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah, following that, actually being it was like I was afraid because everybody involved in the situation was still physically available to do the part too.
Yes.
Yeah, to just do it again. And then it was like, I got tired of, in the recovery process, I got tired of being afraid. And then the only way that I could, like, to cover those emotions were to be a little more aggressive.
And insensitive.
Yeah, and to be angry about the situation opposed to dealing with how I was actually feeling at that point. And
how were you actually feeling?
The physical part hurt, and there was confusion because
you hurt afterwards. You don't hurt for the immediate.
Yeah, after you know you're gonna be fine, it really starts hurting. You know what I mean? Like the doctor tell you you're good, then it's just really bones aching. You feel like you got a headache in your hip, middle of your body, and then it's like, I know I'm gonna be fine, but it hurts so bad.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually is dead. And the guy paid him and got life in jail.
Got life in jail. Favorite meal for him?
When he was growing up, its favorite food was pork and beans and Franks.
Really? You still like them?
Yeah, it was the fastest.
Apart from the interview helping to clean up his image, he also wanted his grandma to meet Oprah because she was a big fan. Even though the interview ended up happening, there was still some tension between him and Oprah behind the scenes because when the idea of the interview was initially pitched to her, she reportedly told his team that she wasn't interested in doing any interviews with him. According to 50, Oprah is against hip-hop and even compared her to an Oreo, black on the outside and white inside. He said, "I think she caters to older white women. She was completely against everything that was in my music, so she ain't never gonna have me on that show. I'm never gonna reach that platform, which is confirmation of you being a huge success. So I just said, okay, if we can't be friends, then at least let's be enemies." 50 then took his pettiness to a new level when he named his dog after Oprah and his cat after Oprah's bestie, Gayle King.
That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And then Gayle.
Around the same time, Oprah was also called out by Ludacris, who accused her of throwing him under the bus when he appeared on her show to promote his new movie, Crash. Oprah was barely asking him about the movie and only asked him useless questions like why he uses the N-word in his music. You can't make this up. To make matters even worse, she edited out certain parts of Ludacris's response to her questions to make him look like an illiterate rapper. Ludacris kept it together during the interview just to be professional, but the next time he appeared in another interview, he didn't hesitate to drag her tail.
Made about, I was there for Crash for the movie.
Yeah.
And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily felt like that needed to be said. You know, you didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music.
Right.
She was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal, and when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it. Wow. Like was just quiet and didn't
Are
say
you a
nothing.
yes man?
I did.
And then there was Dave Chappelle, who appeared on Oprah's show after rejecting a $50 million deal with Comedy Central and jetting off to Africa for his safety. Dave revealed that there were some shady things that came with the deal that he wasn't comfortable with, and that's why he turned it down. But while he was saying all this, Oprah kept interrupting him and forcing him to admit to having some form of mental illness.
Increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia attack? You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like, you know.
But you were stressed out. That's
There's
why.
no question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane.
Now going back to Taraji, she never actually stood a chance against Oprah, and Monique made that very clear to us when she accused Oprah and Tyler Perry of blackballing her.
What is that black dick connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was by some who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too much. It would me not to say the real shit. It would me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my if I had one.
While Monique was exposing all this, everyone thought she was making things up, except for 50 Cent. He was the only one who stood with her. He posted a photo of Monique on his IG and said, "All in favor of Monique being back on top? Say make it happen 50. Stop effing around." I went to see the Monique stand-up show during Super Bowl weekend. It was so good. She had me in a trance. You gotta go check her out. He later made another post demanding for Tyler and Oprah to apologize to Monique because he was about to bring her back on top again. He said, "I'm sure Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry would not want to continue to allow their influence to damage Monique's career. This has gone on for way too long. So now would be a great time to apologize because I'm gonna put her back on. Green light gang, I don't miss." Now 50 Cent might tell a joke, but he never tells a lie. He stood on his word and gave Monique a role in the season 2 of his hit TV show, BMF, and Monique ate that role right up. Now, as I said, it's unclear why exactly Oprah did Taraji dirty like that, but the streets have been talking, and it's now being alleged that Oprah apparently tried getting Taraji mixed up in some things that she wanted no parts in. Allegedly, it had something to do with a lesbian cult that Oprah and Gayle are a part of. No one of this is confirmed, so you need to sip all this tea with some discretion. In the meantime, people had their thoughts and wasted no time making them known. One person said, "Just imagine looking up to someone for years and you're finally in the same spaces, only to find out that they are a total fraud and do not hold up the community like presumed. Taraji's heart must be broken. Hang in there, sis." Another person said, 50 Cent is not damaging Oprah. Oprah is damaging Oprah. But now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Oprah really tried to get Taraji mixed up in some Hollywood mess? And do you think this is why she allegedly blackballed Taraji? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.